Yo, what's up? Welcome back to another episode of The Source. We're talking college football Saturday, and I got a dope Big 12 game here. TCU, Oklahoma State. Let's go.
Welcome to The Source. The Source. Source. Hey, get the Source.
All right, Cowboys on the road here at Texas Christian. Line opened up TCU minus 2.5, but check it out. By Monday morning, this line's all the way up to 4, and 89% of the money's on TCU. But when the line hits 4, we get a huge chunk of Oklahoma State money. In fact, the books have been taking Oklahoma State money all week, and the line stays pinned at 4, which tells its own story. So let's cap this game. If you subscribe to this channel, you already know the first step. We're running the numbers through the spreadsheet. According to the model, the line for this game should be TCU minus 10.92. That's a full touchdown lean on the Horned Frogs here. So let's break it down, and this is the Big 12 championship so far. I mean, still a ton of football to play, but you got to think at this point in the season, whoever wins this football game is going to be the odds-out favorite to win the conference. We have to tip our hats to Sonny Dykes and this TCU offense because it's been unreal. I have the numbers here. Check this out. They're averaging 530 yards of offense and 46 points per game. But if we're being fair, the Horned Frogs are yet to see a real legitimate defense this season. Now, Oklahoma State's defense has definitely been a little disappointing this year, but compared to what TCU has seen so far this year, just to give you an idea, up to this point in the season, TCU's highest ranked defensive opponent has been Oklahoma at 84th in DFEI. Oklahoma State's at 29th. So yeah, 29th at DFEI isn't like a crazy lockdown defense, but compared to TCU's other opponents, yeah, it's a definite step up. But there is a mismatch I like here. So Oklahoma State's defense has been solid as hell against the run this year, allowing just 3.2 yards per carry. They've been great against the run. Their numbers against the pass, not nearly as impressive. Actually, listen to this. Oklahoma State is dead last in the Big 12, allowing 304 passing yards per game. In fact, nobody else in the Big 12 is allowing more than 300. That's more than Kansas allows. I mean, Kansas is one of the worst defenses in the entire country, and they're ahead of Oklahoma State in the Big 12. Oklahoma State still allows more passing yards than Kansas. So the question is, does TCU have the passing game to exploit Oklahoma State's struggles against the pass? And the answer is absolutely yes. Look at Max Duggan's numbers so far in the year. He leads the Big 12, completing 73.2% of his passes. He also leads the conference, averaging 9.7 yards per attempt, so he's throwing the ball downfield and completing passes at a high rate. He's also got 14 touchdowns and just 1 interception. Yeah, TCU has the tools to exploit the defense, definitely. But if you're betting TCU, it's not the offense you should be worrying about at all. It's the other side of the ball. Spencer Sanders and the Oklahoma State offense has looked pretty good so far this year, and TCU's defense is definitely their weakness. Oklahoma State's offense has been explosive too, not quite as much as TCU, but to be fair, Oklahoma State's more battle-tested. I mean, they just went into Baylor and hung 36 points on the Bears. Now, Oklahoma State didn't really steamroll the Baylor defense, though. I mean, they did put up 36 points, but there was a kickoff return in there. Blake Shapen threw back-to-back picks in the fourth quarter where they got some points. So, I mean, they were okay, but they did not put up monster numbers at all. TCU's defense sits all the way back at 47th in DFEI. Also, their defensive line all the way back at 72nd in adjusted line yards. So this defensive front for TCU's been getting pushed around a little bit. Now, if you look, TCU's 8th out of 10 in the Big 12 in rushing yards allowed and 8th out of 10 in passing yards allowed. But those numbers are a little misleading because TCU runs a very fast-paced offense. For example, they played SMU. Tanner Mordecai threw for 376 yards, right? Doesn't mention that he dropped back 49 times and threw 2 picks. So even though he threw 379, that's still a solid defensive effort against the pass. Actually, I took a deeper look at a few of their games, and you can actually make a pretty solid argument that TCU defends the pass pretty well. I mean, better than the numbers indicate, which is huge because Oklahoma State's offense is basically Spencer Sanders. I mean, he either throws it or he runs it. They drop back to pass all the time, and I think TCU is a defense that can really force Sanders into uncomfortable spots and maybe even into a turnover or two, which is why I'm laying the points here. I'm riding with Sonny Dykes. I'm on the Horned Frogs. Give me TCU minus 4, lock that in. If anything changes, I will let you know on Twitter, so give me a follow there if you're interested. Also, if you want the final tickets that I do on Saturdays, the bet of the day, underdogs of the day, parlays of the day, top 7 bets, that kind of stuff, head over to KyleKirms.com or download the Sauce Network app. College football week 7 Saturday, we're just around plus 13 units on the year. Off to a great start for college football. Let's keep it rolling. I'll talk to you on Twitter.